for the weirdest story of the stream. This involving a hip hop guy, Finesse2Tymes, who is apparently beefing with a young boy who is apparently an artist himself, who is being called his son. But fact check us on the actual relationship between these two.
Yeah,
I'm not.
seriously.
I'm not exactly sure whether they are blood related father and son or not. But the situation is kind of wild because you have grown man Finesse2Tymes who is actively engaging in a social media tiff with this little kid, literally. And people are reacting to it because it really just is exhibiting clownish behavior on all fronts. Well, really on Finesse's front because the boy is just a kid. Literally, like the kid is literally a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So this says beefing with the kid is crazy. Internet reacts as FNG King reveals Finesse2Tymes has been texting and calling nonstop. The ongoing feud between rapper Finesse2Tymes and his son. See, the article calls him his son.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't exactly know what's going on here, but I'll just read it as is. The ongoing feud between rapper Finesse2Tymes and his son, FNG King, has garnered many fans' attention. Recently, FNG King posted a video of his phone screen displaying several texts from his father. He claimed that the texts were part of an endless stream of calls and messages from Finesse2Tymes and allegedly contained strange comments such as "Tell him bring they bad ass son, free kill, free body. Well, I guess we gonna see when an MFer come to that address." Later, the entire thing was uploaded on Instagram on December 27th by at Say Cheese TV. The feud started after FNG King claimed on Instagram on December 24th that he allegedly fled from his father because the latter reportedly attempted to influence him by using drugs and guns. Additionally, he further alleged that Finesse2Tymes was reportedly abusive and conniving. He also allegedly gave him drugs and used tote guns around him. His father allegedly smoked in front of him. Meanwhile, once King's clip went viral on Instagram, netizens took to the comment section of Say Cheese TV's post on December 27th to express their opinion about the whole thing. Many made fun of the rapper, as one said that beefing with a child is crazy. Others also preached to the choir. One said that a 40-year-old beefing with a 12-year-old is wild, while another noted that Finesse2Tymes allegedly can't win against a kid. So there are some of those reactions there. Others also said the same thing, as one tagged the entire feud as diabolical, while another one sarcastically asked why people take Finesse2Tymes seriously. FNG King and Finesse2Tymes beef took a new turn as new alleged information came into the limelight. King made several claims against his father. As per the same video uploaded on Instagram by Say Cheese TV, FNG King alleged that the rapper tried to reach out to him. He also said, "Why a 40-year-old man texting me like this? 40-year-old man, bro, texting, doing all this. Look at him, man. I got this many times. N-word's gonna call me, bro. No call. I did." He further continued, it's all how many times anyone calls me, man. You 40-year-old man, and you texting me talking about this, and you hating on my N-word hustle, man. You don't want to see no N-words. You don't want to see no N-words, shy, and I get it, bro. And then concluded the video. That's why God got me, man. You ain't gonna never make it. You ain't gonna never make it, man. And I ain't saying it in a bad way. I hope he makes it. I just hope it's like being successful. But man, this is the way he takes me. He's very conniving. The article says convincing, but what he said in the video is conniving.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some of this. Here's some of this nonsense.
You don't send your kids nothing, and you be beating on sugar. You beat on sugar, and you have sugar over there crying whenever you go cheat on her. Let's keep it real. Hold on now. I gotta just think. Like, let me just think in my mind for a second. Then you got mad. You took the chain when I went out with Bagnum. You told me stop going to the locker room with Bagnum. You was hating on Bagnum. Then when I tried to go in the locker room with Fatnum to see my Bucky, shout out to Bucky forever, my brother. We locked in. you was hating on Bag and I'm like, hey man, stop going in there with them. And I think y'all remember I went out with Bag at a Houston show, and he was like, why is you going out with Bag? Like, who you is, you prick? You want to go be with us? Like, that's the type of time that he be on. And y'all, that's why I left away from around him. Half of the people who left away from around him know that he cut though, and
But wait, there's more.
whoever go around him, he wants straight yes men. He want yes men around him. And I just want to address this before it get anywhere and try to make me seem like I'm bad and my people them bad. This is not. This is everything is. I need to just make this clear right now because everything that's going on, been doing this around him. He's just trying to make this seem like I just started this, man, bro. When you came and got me out off Tate Street, my doing this, bro. You smoked it with me. Like, come on, bro. We got videos of this.
He's 12 years old, people. 12 years old. Uh, the video was uploaded after King announced on Instagram on December 24th that he had separated from his father, Finesse2Tymes. He also claimed to have gotten a text from him urging him to return whenever he wanted to, quote, act like a child. FNG went on to say that his father had allegedly made up stories and refused to give him cash or expensive clothing unless he took him to his shows. The kid also urged that the rapper and his former girlfriend, Sugar, were allegedly always surrounded by firearms, narcotics, and tobacco. His claims came after Finesse2Tymes alleged on Instagram Live on December 23rd that he no longer had custody of his son. He added that since FMG was by himself. The rapper further claimed that the boy allegedly left him because he attempted to correct him. Addressing the internet users, he said in the same Instagram video, I just want to let the world know that King is no longer with me. So if you see King with guns, you see King shooting dice, you see King in the club, you see King doing grown people stuff, he's not with me. So there was another video. It might be this.
It was this right above it.
Yeah,
that one.
So here's Finesse2Tymes trying to give his side of the story.
King ran away from me. King ran away from me with a stranger because I wouldn't give him no money no more. Because I wasn't taking him to dice games no more. I wasn't taking him to clubs no more. King wanted that. That's what King want to do. If it's King, it's to say this, but King is loyal to money. King is loyal to opportunity. King not loyal to a person. All he care about is money. And I was trying to make him understand that, bro, life ain't all about money, bro. Every time you look around, you scamming people for money, and are you fucking your name up? Don't fuck your brand up. Don't fuck your name up like I did a lot of shit by mistake that I didn't know nothing about. Like for example, bad business that I done did, it come from me not knowing no better.
Oh, so I don't know, man. What what do you make of all of this? This kid, literally this kid, FNG King, going back and forth with this grown ass man Finesse2Tymes on the internet over beef about splitting up and the boy being obsessed with money and all of this other stuff.
I mean, I had to look into this situation because I was like, yo, what's going on here? And also, there's a clip out there, part of that same thing where Finesse2Tymes was basically saying that he's on federal probation. And his parole officer was like, hey, man, there's a video of your son out there. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he was out there smoking and got guns and stuff and, whoop-de-whoop. And he was with you. What's going on? So then, Finesse came out with this little video saying, hey, he ain't with me. He ain't with me. He ain't been with me. And I stopped taking, and this is the wild part, I stopped taking him to dice games. What? I stopped taking him to the club. What? Why were you taking him to dice games? And why were you taking him to the club? No wonder this kid is out of his mind right now. And so, to me, if this is really his son, and whoop-de-whoops. But as far as I'm concerned, he was definitely in the young man's life so much that he's rapping with him, and they got music videos together. And my thing is if I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a grown ass man and I like Finesse2Tymes, so I listen to his music, and then he puts an 11-year-old probably at the time on a track, because this song, some of these songs is like 1 or 2 years old, so he's been doing this foolishness for like since he was like 10. So if I'm a grown ass man, you know what I'm saying, listening to my music or whatever, and then a 10-year-old gets on the track and starts talking about crazy stuff, like, are you really and the crazy part about it, the 10-year-old was rapping and saying the same kind of stuff, and it wasn't far-fetched that an adult would say. So it's not that this young man is so advanced. It's just that the rap that people be doing, that Finesse2Tymes be doing, can be done by a 10-year-old.
Right.
The logic of a 10-year-old. And so Finesse2Tymes got himself in such, he created a monster. And so so much so that this young man is snitching on him, all kinds of things, and you know, that can get Finesse really in a bad situation, especially if he's still on federal parole. But why? Why were you exposing this young man to narcotics? Why were you exposing him to loaded ammunitions and daggone dice games? So, and clubs. So I mean, at this point, man, you reap what you sow. You know, interesting enough, we just finished talking about the DDG situation. I'm pretty sure that Bailey girl ain't gonna allow this type of behavior. But leave it up to DDG, he's gonna think it's cute. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking, you know what I'm saying, a little halo to the dice spot so he can roll dice. But right now, it looks like this King young man has already missed the boat, and he has been hardwired into doing the craziest things, and his mind is already out of there. So trying to discipline this, how you gonna discipline somebody that's been to clubs, that's been probably drinking, that's been definitely been smoking weed since they were like 9, 10 years old? I'm sure there's no change in that. So you created a monster, bro. You got to deal with it, and he's reaping what he sowed right here. So yeah, people out there in the world, this ain't cute. There was nothing cool about this. If I was really a Finesse2Tymes fan and I saw this 2 years ago, I was like, this, you can't do this, is crossing the line. I would have said that then. But you know what I'm saying? I think people have been rocking with it. Apparently, this guy's got a fan base.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable. So yeah, man. So to me, this is just a Boondocks episode come to life. And yeah, man. So you can't really feel sorry for Finesse. He finessed himself. But what are your thoughts, man, on Finesse2Tymes beefing on the internet with a 12-year-old? Lord have mercy.
Very good play on his name there. I like that. What was the name of your college professor who told? Man. There you go. Yeah, that's what this reminded me of. Talking about how, you know, hip hop is one of the ways in which it is unique in the not historically, but what it has become is the way that it sort of glorifies irresponsibility. And that's this on full display. You can't be. It's much easier to be the parent who is an authoritarian at first, and then over time you eventually ease up and start letting your kid eat ice cream for breakfast, than to be the opposite of that, where you start off letting your kid eat ice cream for breakfast, and then you decide that you want to get tough and say, hey, no more ice cream for breakfast. It's too late.
It's broccoli.
like, bro, it's too late. You cannot start off giving your kid ice cream for breakfast and then try to enforce, broccoli and spinach. It's just not going to happen. Like, you have to start off with broccoli and spinach, and then over time, as you instill responsibility, then you can loosen up the reins. All right, fine, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But to do it the other way around is just not going to work. The kid isn't going to respect you. He's going to get shocked. There's going to be a shock to the system. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
How are you going to sit here? What do you mean broccoli for what is this? What are you, cream of wheat? I've been eating ice cream for 10 years. All of a sudden you want to give me cream of wheat for bread? I'm not eating this.
Right.
And you're trying to put the genie back in the bottle. The genie's not going to go back into the bottle. But that's the environment that has persisted, which sort of necessitates an individual doing things in that manner, where you're giving the kid ice cream for breakfast right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that sort of glorification, you know, of it's a lack of admonishing the consequences for, you know, popularizing irresponsible living. It just is what it is. And to you know, Finesse2Tymes, he's 32 years old. I looked that up real quick. He's 32. But as we see with, we just talked about DDG, who is almost 30 him damn self and doing childlike things.
Right.
These guys are adults in age and number of years lived, but they are otherwise very childlike in terms of their mentality and approach to life.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think has been happening here, in my opinion, is a child has been around other children. It just so happens that one of those children is small and the other one is big.
Yep.
But it's children being raised by children, kids being in environments with other kids. And there's not an actual adult in the room to be like, hey, that's not the way to do it. Let's do it this way. Let's do it that way. And it kind of sounds like, based upon this video, it kind of looks like in retrospect, Finesse2Tymes is trying to say, I tried to,
Right.
you know, do this and do that. But like I said before, you've been doing it one way for so long, it's too late. You can't be an authoritarian when you've been everything but that for the whole time leading up to this moment. And now that you see, to use your words, you've created a monster, you want to attempt to try and put the genie in a bottle and reverse course. Good luck, bro. It's not really going to work. If it so happens that he's not with him anymore, they're better off separating so that they both can learn how to grow up. At least for the kid's sake, he's 12, so he should be acting like a child.
Right.
But, you know, Finesse, through his music and through everything else that he does on the internet, you know, with his OnlyFans and whatnot, you know, he's being a big ass kid, just like the rest of these rappers are being big ass kids.
Mm-hmm.
So this to me is literally a matter of a kid being raised by a kid, as far as I can tell. And this is what happens when children raise children. It's no different than when you have, you know, a woman who herself is a child getting pregnant at 15, 16, 17 years old. She doesn't even know who she is. And now she's supposed to be responsible for another human.
Mm-hmm.
And she don't even know who she is yet. And you see what happens with the kid growing up, being raised by a child. You know, it's two children in the household, and this is kind of what happens. So I say good luck to both of them, but you know, who knows?
Hey man, well said, bro. And yeah, I agree. Yeah, so Finesse is you know, an adult by age, but clearly the mentality of a child still. Because the only way that this happened is because he thought it was cool and cute. Like, hey man, when my son, I'm gonna take my son to dice games. Nobody took me to dice games that early. You know, nobody took me to the club, but I always wanted to go to the club when I was that age. And so this is why you don't do it. This is why nobody does that, because you create monsters. And by the way, last thing, you see what happens when you expose a blank CD as a child to all those elements. See what they turn into. And so this is like a case study of what happens when you expose a human to these things that people call entertainment. You create a demon child. So there's adults out here that think they can dabble with these lifestyles and don't adapt demon-like mentalities. So wild stuff here. But you said the point well there, that, hey man, this is just a child raising a child. So no wonder that there was no adult in the room. So yeah, man, I wish the kid good luck, man.
Yeah.
Because from all the all the little clips I've seen in this dude, he is out there, and trying to bring that back in so it can make some sense. That's gonna take a while. So I'm wishing this dude the best. And Finesse, bro, I don't know, man. You're looking crazy. You're losing all kinds of street cred beefing with a child. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I agree. Him and DDG need to attend the same therapy session.
Yeah, they do.
They can certainly use it. But yeah, 12 years old. Yikes, man. But we'll see. It's wild.